Nothing good comes out of gambling. People spend countless amounts of their time and money sitting in front of slot machines, mindlessly gambling. The addiction is real and it can ruin lives, and this is why you'll always hear people tell you not to gamble. The funny thing is that the same concept could be applied to low elo. Gambling, or in this case taking unnecessary risks, is bad and you don't need to do it. We do VOD reviews on our website, and I noticed that a lot of you are taking risks that you simply don't need to take, and these are tanking your elo. Let me explain. So the reason why people are stuck in plat and below is because they usually are bad at a couple big aspects to this game. This means that if you decide to gamble and peak something you normally shouldn't, you're throwing your life away. Rather, if you sit back and just play a crossfire with your teammate, keep good spacing and get ready to trade them out, or use your kit to its strengths, more often than not, you'll win. Doing this also reinforces your mechanics and fundamentals. So when you rank up and play against better players, your game is solid. Also, this is why people say you shouldn't tilt Q. When you do, you start making plays that are more risky. Similar to how a gambling addict would place larger bets in order to get their money back. You don't want to fall into this habit of taking risks, as in most cases, it really isn't worth it. Now I think you're starting to get the point. Don't take risks, play fundamentals. But what does this look like? Well, in this VOD that I reviewed for a student on our website, you'll see what I mean. In this round, you can see that our Astra has a decent setup. A star to smoke off the entrance into hookah, then one right behind it to punish anyone trying to get in. Looks pretty good. The issue is that when the round starts, she decides to run into the smoke and just sit there hoping someone is going to peek into her. She doesn't recognize that her nebula is about to fade, and she gets punished for playing in an aggressive angle. Had she just stood back and waited for the enemy to walk into her crosshair, she probably would have been better off. But here's the funny thing, she was actually playing like that in previous rounds. Here, watch. In this round, she has the same setup. The enemy doesn't respect it, and Phoenix's ult and Reyna both get stuck in the gravity well. What our Astra needs to do is be confident and swing out further and kill them both. They're panicking inside this suck, and our Astra is tucked away. This is a good setup, but the fundamentals just aren't there. Now if we jump to the very next round, she does the same thing. Smoke for the entrance, gravity well for when they run in, but again, she doesn't swing far enough to actually capitalize off her utility. Astra's pull is arguably one of the most respected stoppers in the game, and if someone gets caught in it, you really need to punish them for it. So by looking at these rounds, it starts to look like our Astra is getting impatient. She got really risky on that latest round that I showed you, and it wasn't worth it. Her gameplay wasn't the issue, but it was her fundamentals. But by her taking these unnecessary gambles, she's just shooting herself in the foot. Comebacks don't spark from dumb risky plays. You need a strong mental and polished fundamentals. While yes, gambling can be fun, do you know what's even more fun? Winning. Over on our website, we break down VODs like these so you guys can learn from your mistakes and start ranking up. We're so confident that you'll improve that we literally give you your money back if you don't rank up while using our service. Yeah, we're that confident. So if you want to stop gambling and start winning, come check us out at SkillCapped. I'll be waiting. Now let's take a look at another VOD from another viewer. In this one, we have a Breach on Haven. And to be honest, this is one of, if not his, best map. Breach's fault line makes it easy to fight for lobby control. The reason why lobby control is so important is because if you can get one person posted up watching lobby, you don't need two people watching A and you can stack the rest of the map. So his stun fills up lobby, stops plants on B, fills up most of garage, C long, combos well with so many agents, and is awesome for retake. His ultimate is excellent for retaking or hitting sites. His aftershock clears out so many power positions, you get it. Breach's kit is insane on this map. As a matter of fact, a lot of pro teams run this agent on this map because if you have someone who can follow up off his utility, he's arguably the best agent for this map. In this round in a match between Fnatic and Team Liquid, just notice how the Breach stuns are being used. Defenders angle the stun to clog up lobby, and attackers use theirs to stuff a long defenders from walking up. Because this long stun was used, Boaster was able to make a play using his teleports and shoot two people in the back. This is a small example, but still a good one showing as to how Breach's kit should be utilized to set up his teammates. If you're playing Breach, you should be stuck by your team's side, stunning for them, setting them up for success. This is where Breach shines. This is fundamental Valorant. So let's look at how our Breach uses his utility in this round.
I'm gonna die right away. Calling it. Yeah.
Begins.
Spike planted.
Breach shouldn't have an operator. He can't get out like a jet or chamber. but there's no way you're playing Breach and 30 seconds into the round, you still haven't used your utility. Yeah, he got a kill. But just because you get a kill, top fragged, got yours or whatever, it doesn't mean that you made the right play. Buying the operator and using it like this is very selfish and should be done if you're playing an agent with not a lot of utility, or someone who can play an off angle safely and get out. Breach's thought process is probably something like, yo, we're down 3-6. We need a comeback. I'm gonna go big and buy this expensive weapon and try and make us make a comeback. That's not how you play the game and not how you make a comeback. Drop that op to your Reyna and go make a play with your Raze. Just because you're down, that doesn't mean you should get tilted. Buy expensive weapons that'll make sense and make solo plays. Like I mentioned, you need to play with solid fundamentals if you want to make a comeback. Don't gamble like this. Now, believe it or not, there is a safe way to gamble and take calculated risks. For example, you normally wouldn't want to push smokes. Generally, when people put smokes down, they expect you to be past those certain points, so they'll be holding smokes and will punish you if you try to run through them. But sometimes, depending on the situation you're in, it might be the right play. This is what I mean when I say in lower elo don't take risks. You don't really need to do that and should rather focus on fundamentals. In higher ranks, you'll want to take calculated risks based on certain things. In this commentary that I'm about to show you, I break down why I pushed through a Viper wall and won my team the round. Watch this. So, I have two teammates on site. I TP back into spawn, and nobody's hit my trip yet. This tells me that I have the opportunity to walk up against this Viper wall and swing as my teammates are taking contact. And I can be relatively safe. They're not really paying attention to me, the enemies, right? So I swing out, our Raze dies. And now I know our Brimstone just killed one of their teammates, and they're going to be looking at him. So anybody running up B main is going to be looking up at tower, right? They're not going to be worried about some guy behind default because I just teleported away from here. So Brim throws his molly, I swing, get some free kills. The rest of the commentary is up on the website, but you get what I mean. Just because gambling is bad, it doesn't mean you shouldn't roll the dice when they're weighed in your favor. So hopefully you guys now understand why taking risks in low ranks just isn't worth it. In these lower elo lobbies, you should focus on polishing your fundamentals. This is what's going to carry you in order to rank up, not these risky over peaks that are going to get you killed half the time. Play smart. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel down below. It really does help us out. But before you go, keep in mind that this is all just one of many in-depth guides that we have on our website though. Also, if you want a chance at having your VOD reviewed, be sure to subscribe on our website at SkillCapped.com. We also have tons of Radiant Smurf commentaries where we have Radiant players walking through exactly how to have the most impact possible in a bunch of different situations. It's also backed by a rank improvement guarantee, and the reason to do that is because you're just that confident that our service works. And if it doesn't work, then you shouldn't pay. So what are you waiting for? You got nothing to lose. Head on over to SkillCapped.com and get started on your way to the rank that you deserve. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm Teets, and we here at SkillCapped want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.